Hello students, good evening. This is teacher Brenda and today, welcome to my 10 Minutes Math channel, and today we would be exploring the topic of time, part 11. So here we go. Here, how to calculate fractions or decimals of time. Now in the previous lesson, we looked into calculating fractions and decimals of time which were less than 1. To be very precise, you had learned how to calculate, say for example, what is 1/3 of an hour, or what is half of a year, things like that. So that was dealing with units of fractions that were less than 1. They were all proper fractions. In this lesson, we will explore mixed numbers, or rather improper fractions, as well as decimals, which are more than 1. 2.3 decades, 6.25 years is how many months? 1¼ years is how many months? And questions like that. So let's move on to our next slide. Here we have a question, 5⅔ days. And they have asked us how many hours is that? Now, in order for you to understand this question, you must know the conversion between days and hours. And you must know that 1 day equals to 24 hours. And also now you use your knowledge of fractions. 3/4, how do you represent 3/4 as a diagram? So you have a rectangle and you divide it into 4 parts. Every part is known as a quarter. And if the whole thing is 1 day, which is 24 hours, you take your 24 and divide into 4 parts. And that would give you 6 hours for each quarter. Now, if you have 3 quarters, then it's 6 plus 6 plus 6, and that would give you a total of 18 hours. So 3/4 of a day is 18 hours. It's less than 24 hours because 3/4 is less than 1. And then you look at your question. Now we can answer, what is 5⅔ days? How many hours is that? And I'm going to share with you 2 methods of answering this question. The first method is a direct multiplication. Now, what is a direct multiplication is, you take your 5⅔ days, okay? And since you're going to multiply it to hours, you multiply with 24 hours directly with that conversion number, okay? So you multiply with the conversion number of 24 hours and then you solve this. Now, in order for you to do this, you change this fraction first to an improper fraction, okay? You could do that. So what is and a 5⅔ expressed as an improper fraction, where you simply do a multiplication and addition. This is covered in the topic of fractions. 4 times 5, 20, 20 plus 3, 23. So you'll get 23/4 multiplied by 24 hours. Do not forget your unit, okay? So now you can simplify it. 4 divided by 4, 1. 24 divided by 4 would be 6. And then you do a multiplication of 23 times 6. So start with 3 times 6. 3 times 6 is 18. So write your 8, carry up your 1. Then 2 times 6 is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13. So this will yield you the answer of 138 hours. This is method 1. Method 2 would be to understand that 5 days, okay, means 5 times 24. If 1 day is 24 hours, then 5 days means 5 times 24 hours. And then you calculate this, add with your knowledge of 3/4 days. Your knowledge of 3/4 days is 18 hours. So you just add with this 18 hours that you have calculated earlier. And now you do another multiplication here. 5 times 4, 20. Carry up your 2. 2 times 5, 10. 10 plus 2, 12. So here you'll have 120 hours plus another 18 hours. And this will give you the answer, 138 hours. So it's up to you to choose whichever method you prefer. So this drawing is to help you to understand. And then when you want to solve it, you can either use a direct multiplication or you can break it up into parts like this. So let's move and look, let's have a look at another question here, which is a conversion. They're asking us 1 3/4 year is how many months? All right. So again, look at the conversion. The conversion is between years and months. So 12 months makes up a year. So our number that we're going to deal with here is 12. Now, if you want to draw this out, then you draw a rectangle. You put there 1 year is equals to 12 months. And since we are dealing with quarters here, 3/4, so you divide it into quarters. 1 quarter, 2 quarter, 3 quarter, 4 quarters. So what is 12 divided into 4? Every quarter would give you 3 months. Okay, so if 1 quarter is 3 months, then 3 quarters is, as you can see, it's 9 months. Then you can just work it out. So 1 3/4 year, so you take 1 times 12 because 1 year has 12 months. Okay, you do this multiplication and you add with 3/4 of the year, which is 3 plus 3 plus 3, which is 9 months. And that would give you 12 plus 9. That would give you 21 months. Okay. Now, if I were to do this as a multiplication, I would just take 1 3/4, okay, of a year and multiply it with that magic number, with the conversion number 12. Okay, 12 months. Do not forget your unit. Then change this to improper fraction. So it's 7/4 multiplied by 12 months. And so you can simplify here. This is 1 and this is 3. And still you would get the same answer, 21 months. So clear? There are 2 methods for you to use and understand in order for you to solve questions in which the fraction is more than 1. So let's look at our last question here. We have one more question or one more example, which is a decimal. What if you had 6.25 days is equivalent to how many hours? So boys and girls, over here, you need to understand first, what is 0.25? What is it as a fraction? So what you'll need to do is convert 0.25 to be a fraction, and 0.25 is 25 over 100. And that, if you simplify it, it's 1/4. So you're back to your fraction of 1/4. So 1 day is 24 hours. Divide your 24 into 4 parts, quarter, quarter, quarter. So 0.25 is just 1/4. So 24 divided by 4 would be 6 hours. So 0.25 is actually just 6 hours of the day, which is just a quarter hour, a quarter of the day. Now, how do you find 6.25? So you could take 6 multiplied by 24, because you know 6 days, 1 day is 24 hours. So 6 days must be 6 times 24 hours. Put a bracket and add with your quarter day. Your quarter day is 6 hours. So over here, you'll have your 6 hours. Now you can do this multiplication mentally here directly. 6 times 4, 24. So you write your 4 and you carry up your 2. 6 times 2, 12. 12 plus 2, 14. So here you have 144 hours. Sorry, hours plus 6 hours. And that will give you a total of 150 hours. Now, when you write your final answer, please write it out in full. Okay, 150 hours. Or you could use the multiplication method. Now, in this case, you can take 6.25 and multiply by the conversion, which is 24 hours. Okay, and this is going to be a long multiplication. So you could use this. You can use various methods to solve. You can use standard written method. You can use lattice. So maybe for an example, we'll use lattice. So 625. For lattice method, remember you can just forego all the decimals and treat this like a 3-digit number multiply with a 2-digit number. Draw your lattice squares, okay? And then do not forget to draw your diagonal lines, okay? Lattice method takes a little bit of work, but it kind of ensures that you you're not making many careless mistakes along the way. Okay, so then work on your calculation. 5 times 2, 10. So 1 up, 0 down. 2 times 2, 4. Just the 4 down on the lower triangle. 6 times 2, 12. So 1 up, 2 down. And then 5 times 4, 20. So 2 up, 0 down. 2 times 4, 8. So write just your 8 in the lower triangle. 6 times 4, 24. So 2 up, 4 down. Now you have got to do the addition for every diagonal columns here. So here it's 0. Over here, 8 plus 2, it's plus 0, it's 10. So you write your 0 and carry up your 1 to the next house. So now we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 1, which is 10. So it's a 0, carry up 1 to the next house. 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 1, 5 here, and 1. Now, when you write out your answer, it's going to be looking like 1, 5, 0. Remember, you take it from here, and 2 more zeros. However, look at your question again. 6.25, there are 2 decimal place values. So you move in back 2 decimal place values, put in your decimal, and you will get 150. And that would be the same as this, 150, but do not forget your hours. So guys, that is how you convert, okay, fractions or decimals of time which are more than 1, okay? So if you had learned and enjoyed the session, do not forget to hit the like button and the bell button and subscribe to the channel, okay? Take care till I see you in the next lesson. Stay safe, stay blessed. Bye-bye.